Welcome to the Education Academy. Judith Hay here, and I'm going to show you today a little bit of work on Excel that can help you with projecting your costs for the following year. This is a spreadsheet that shows my costs over a period of time. You can see here for January through to, in this case, November, but that was when we finished our spend in 2013, and the various departments and the spend that was used, the original price of the items and the price that was negotiated down. And you can see exactly where these costs are. Pulling those out for each of your departments to project their costs for next year would be quite difficult if we didn't have a little sneaky tool called a pivot table. And in Microsoft 2007 you find the pivot table here. So we're going to insert a pivot table, and we're going to insert it in G5. That's because if you try and do it higher, you will be unsuccessful because it needs space to put in its titles. So we're going to select G5. So if I highlight all the information that I want in the pivot table, so A2 down to E37 in this case, if you have a larger organisation, there'll be much more information. We're going to insert the pivot table, and you can see that's the range. I want it in the existing worksheet, and like I said, I want it in G5. So that's its starting point, and I click OK. You're very likely to see this. What you do need, however, is the field section as well, because that's where you're going to insert the information where you want it. So I want a date, a department, an item, an original price, and a negotiated price. And I want the date in there. And in here, I want the department and item, which you can see. In here, I just want values and the sums of values. And I also want the original price and the negotiated price. Those are the four things I need to see. So with that in mind, I'm going to close that down because I have now selected my pivot table, and you will see very clearly here I can see for the whole date range the spend of the engineering department, the original price and what they negotiated down to, the IT department and a breakdown, and the sales department and a breakdown, and the stationery department and a breakdown. I can also see the grand total here, but I want to see the projected spend for January next year. So if I select multiple items and I just want to see January's, then I can see at a glance what the IT spend was in January, the sales department and the stationery department for January. The engineering department did not have a spend in January. And that makes life a lot easier once your staff know how to do and analyse a pivot table. If you just want to see it in brief format, you can see it that way. I hope that's helped you understand how you can calculate or help your staff calculate projected spends for next year. That's a very simple pivot table, but one that should be well within the realms of your managers. I hope that helped. Take care. Bye for now.